People always ask me this question: what is the best time to sell a home in Big Bear Lake? And I get it. You want a clean answer. You want someone to say, list it in March or wait till ski season, and make the decision very easy for you. I understand the appeal of that, but here's the thing. Big Bear Lake is not a normal real estate market, and the simple answer will cost you money if you don't understand the context behind it. So in this video, I am going to break down exactly how timing works in this mountain resort market, what drives buyer demand at different points in the year, what actually shifts when you list in the winter versus the summer versus the spring, and how to think about your own timeline in a way that works for you, not just what some generic article told you about California real estate. I've been selling real estate in Big Bear for years. I am a broker associate with REMAX Big Bear, and this mountain is my full-time market, not a part-time dabble. This is it. So everything I'm about to tell you is grounded in what I actually see week to week in this specific zip code. Let's start with the foundation. Big Bear Lake is a resort community. That is the single most important thing to understand about timing here. We are not Redlands. We are not Rancho Cucamonga. We are not a community where people buy because they work nearby. The majority of buyers in Big Bear are purchasing a second home or a vacation property, a short-term rental investment, or an eventual retirement destination. That changes everything about when they're paying attention, when they're emotionally ready to buy, and when they're in town walking through properties. Think about it from a buyer's perspective. When does someone decide they want a cabin in Big Bear? Usually after they've been here, after they've skied a great weekend at Bear Mountain or a snow summit, after they've sat on the deck in Moonridge with a cup of coffee and a thought, I want this. After they've pulled their kid on a tube across the lake in August and realize there's nowhere else they'd rather spend their summers. Experiences drive purchases in this market. This is the key insight. The timeline from I want a place up here to I'm under contract is often shorter than you would expect because the emotional decision was already made on a previous trip. So the best time to list is not just about when the most buyers are searching online. It's about when buyers are emotionally primed, financially ready, and physically present in or near Big Bear. Now let's look at all the seasons one by one. Spring, and I look at this being March through May, is historically the strongest listing window for Big Bear sellers. Here's why. Ski season is winding down or at the tail end of it in most years, and it is creating one of the last wave of people coming up to the mountain. Tax refunds are landing. Buyers who visited over the winter have gone home, gotten their finances together, and are now serious. Inventory is typically low coming out of the winter because not many people listed in January or February. So you have rising buyer demand meeting limited supply, and that is a recipe for strong offers. Spring also gives you better photos. The snow was beautiful in December, has often turned to slush and mud by February. But by April, you've got blue skies, green pines, and that crisp mountain light that makes exteriors look incredible. If you are in Moonridge or Sugarloaf and you have a forest-facing property, spring staging photos are going to be your strongest asset. Presentation matters here more than people think because a huge percentage of Big Bear buyers are researching remotely in Los Angeles or Orange County or the Inland Empire, and they're making decisions based on what they see on a screen before they ever even drive Highway 18 or 330. Late spring, and that's going to be April and May specifically, tends to see a surge in buyer activity because families are starting to plan for their summers. People want to close escrow in time to actually use the property in June, July, and August. If you list in late March or early April with your property priced well and presented well, you can capture buyers who are highly motivated to close quickly. That urgency works in your favor. Summer is peak visibility, and it's a different kind of buyer energy. June through August, Big Bear is at maximum foot traffic. The lake is full, the trails are busy, the restaurants have lines out the doors. Your property is likely showing at its absolute best. If it's a lakefront home near Boulder Bay, there is no better time for it to look incredible than in July. If you have a short-term rental permit and the place has been generating income, summer gives you the real-time data to show prospective buyers buyers. You can literally hand someone an active rental income report. But here's the nuance. Summer buyers are often in vacation mode when they're up here. They're relaxed, they're happy, but they're not always in a let's make a major financial decision mode. Some of them are. Some serious investors and second home buyers who have already done their research absolutely use summer trips to make financial decisions and pull the trigger on something. But the emotional conversation I described earlier, the I want a cabin moment, that's already happened for these buyers. By the time they're touring properties in July, they've been thinking about this for months. So summer can work beautifully, but you want to make sure you're capturing the buyers who are ready, not just curious lookers who are up for a long weekend. One important thing about summer, if you have a short-term rental permit, you want to think carefully about listing timing versus your rental calendar. We can navigate this. There are smart ways to show a property while it's still in use as a rental, but it requires coordination. If your STR is booked through August and you want to list it in June, that's a conversation worth having with your agent early so that you can plan access, showings, and timing in a way that doesn't cost you rental income or limit buyer access. Fall is an underrated window that not enough sellers think about. September and October in Big Bear are genuinely beautiful. The crowds have thinned out, the foliage is starting to turn, the weather is still warm during the day, and the buyers who are up here in the fall tend to be very serious. They're not just passing through for a holiday weekend. They're doing their research. They've been watching the market. They know what they want. Fall also catches a motivated wave of buyers who did not find what they were looking for over the summer. They've been in the market for months. Their offer muscles are warmed up. If your property comes to market in September or October and it's priced right, you can find yourself with a very clean transaction because these buyers are done playing games. The other thing about fall is that you're getting ahead of winter. If you list in October and close in November or December, you've sold before the snow season complications come into play. Things like access, inspection delays, or buyers getting nervous about mountain living when the first serious storm hit. Not that those are catastrophic obstacles, but clean and simple transactions feel even simpler when the roads aren't iced over. Now let's talk about winter, November through February. This is where conventional wisdom says, wait. Don't list in winter, nobody buys. And I understand why people say that. Overall transaction volume is going to be lower in the winter time. But I want to push back on that idea that winter is a dead zone for Big Bear sellers, because it's absolutely not. Here's what winter gives you that no other season does. Ski buyers. That's it. People who come to Big Bear for snow, who stay in vacation rentals and think, I want my own place. I don't want to deal with availability and nightly rates and booking windows. I want to pull up whenever I want. That is a real and motivated buyer. And they show up in December, January, and February. And if your home is in Moonridge, close to the ski slopes, and presents well in the snow, it can absolutely sell in January. I've seen it happen. I've made it happen. Winter also filters buyers in a useful way. Usual lookers are not browsing listings when there's 6 inches of snow on the ground. The people who are actively searching in January are so serious. They've talked to their lender. They have their finances sorted out. Fewer showings, but higher intent. That can be a more efficient process for sellers than a high volume spring with a lot of tire kickers mixed in. The one thing I'd caution about winter listings is preparation. You need to make sure your property is showing at its best despite the weather. Clean driveways, good interior lighting, professional photography that captures how the home feels in winter. Cozy, warm, inviting. If the mountain views are spectacular in the snow, use them. If the fireplace is in the centerpiece of the living room, light it and photograph it. Lean into that season rather than apologizing for it. Now let me talk about the bigger picture, your specific situation. The best time to sell is ultimately a blend of market conditions and your personal circumstances. If you're selling a Big Bear property, As an investment that you've been renting out, timing matters differently than if you're selling a family cabin that hasn't been listed in 30 years. If you're carrying 2 mortgages and need to move quickly, that changes the math versus someone who can be more patient and selective. There are a few questions that I walk every seller through when we first sit down. First, what is your real timeline? Not the one you think you should have, but the one that actually works for your life. Do you actually need to close before summer? Are you trying to capture the spring market? Do you have a hard deadline driven by something in your personal or financial life? Understanding your real window helps me build a strategy that serves you, not just market averages. Second, what condition is the property in? In Big Bear, deferred maintenance shows up hard in inspections. Mountain homes have unique wear patterns. Their roofs, the HVAC systems, plumbing, and exterior walls that have been through multiple freeze cycles. If your home needs work before it lists, we need to factor that into the timeline. Rushing a listing to hit the market window and then having your escrow blow up over inspection items is not a win. Sometimes the right move is to take 8 or 10 weeks, address the major items, and then list when you're actually ready. Third, what's your pricing expectation? Market timing matters a lot less when your price is right. A well-priced home in Big Bear will get activity in any season. An overpriced home will sit in every season. I've seen sellers chase the spring market, miss the window because they started too high, drift through the summer, and end up making their first price reduction in September. That is not the trajectory that you want. A sharp, accurate list price beats a perfectly timed market entry every single time. We can talk about what the market is actually saying about your property's value if you reach out. I will pull comps, not just what an algorithm thinks like Zillow. I also want to address something that comes up a lot with out-of-area sellers. If you own a Big Bear property but don't live up here, it's easy to be disconnected from what the market is actually doing. You might be reading national headlines about inventory or interest rates and trying to apply that to your cabin in Fawnskin or Irwin Lake. National trends are background noise. Big Bear has its own supply and demand dynamics, its own buyer pool, its own seasonal rhythms. What matters is what's happening in this specific market, in your specific price range. That's the conversation that I have with sellers every single week. One more thing I want to touch on, and it's specific to the Big Bear market in a way that's become increasingly relevant over the last few years: the short-term rental landscape. If your property is STR permitted, that permit is a significant asset to the home. Buyers looking for income-generating vacation properties are actively searching for permitted homes because the path to new permits has become a little bit more restricted in recent years. If your STR permit is current and your rental history is strong, there are buyers who will specifically target your listing and pay a premium for the ability to walk into an income-producing property on day one. The timing consideration here is about being able to present that rental history in the most favorable light. Listing at the end of a strong rental season, say like late August or September, lets you walk into showings with a full year of data, including peak summer income, and that is a compelling story for the right buyer. If you have questions about STR permits, rental income documentation, or how to present your property's investment profile to buyers, that's a deeper conversation, and I'm glad to have it with you. The short version is document everything, maintain your permits, and don't let a permit lapse while you're deciding whether to sell, because reinstating one is never a guarantee. Let me bring this home. The best time to sell in Big Bear Lake is when your property is priced correctly, presented at its best, and you're ready to execute. Spring gives you the strongest demand from the widest buyer pool. Summer maximizes visibility and catches late deciding buyers in the moment when Big Bear is at its most beautiful. Fall brings serious motivated buyers in a quieter market, and winter has a specific buyer type: the ski buyer, the snow lover who is real, ready, and looking. Every season has something to offer, and the worst decision is to wait indefinitely for a perfect window that never quite arrives for you. What I'd encourage you to do right now is simple. Let's have a conversation about your property. Not a generic estimate, not an algorithm, a real look at what has sold in your neighborhood, what is active right now, and what your buyers in your price range are actually doing. That conversation is free, it's low pressure, and it will give you more useful information in 30 minutes than you could piece together on your own in a week. Call me or shoot me a text at 909-744-2190, or just comment below with your address. To see what the Big Bear market looks like right now, I'm Rachael Smith with REMAX and Big Bear, and I'd be glad to talk you through whatever you've got going on. Thanks for watching.